as an adult, we hit our mid 20s or 30s, gonna get the house and the job and overtime. I was pushing for overtime and more gigs. I want to stockpile money, and you can do all that, and then something's gonna slap you on the head, and it ain't gonna matter. And all you're gonna have left is what's in here. So build the strength up, and don't let this great exhaustion. Tell it to our great grandparents about great exhaustion. They would laugh at this. They would laugh at this. You know what I mean? So I wake up this morning, and the new thing is this thing called, what is it? The great exhaustion. Oh, I'm definitely exhausted. It's just so funny though, man. There's always a name. It's always a thing. Nothing is by just happenstance. Nothing is like, oh yeah, people just started saying this and now it's like a thing. I'm pretty in tune with stuff, maybe a little bit too much. In fact, I'm trying to get away from a lot of this shit because we've gotten so far away from just natural day to day things. I catch myself too. You want to check the latest video of your content creators. Besides, like, you know, I try to delegate. There's some important things I like to know about the world, the way I see the world. But after a certain amount, no one knows jack shit about this world. So you can dwell, you can dwell on all these things. You can dwell on how the government's working, the Rothschilds family. How come we're not getting, we're in the bottom 99.99%. We all know this. We all know this. So it's time to not they want us to be exhausted. They want us exhausted and terrified. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sit here with Lance the pumpkin and have my coffee and know that I'm not going to let this stuff get to me to exhaust me. And I'm making this video because I am damn exhausted. And you might be saying, "Well, come on, Jay. You haven't made a video and it's been over 2 weeks." That's my point. And that's why I want to embellish this evening. I'll go through this because I want to know if you're feeling these things. If you clicked on this video, you probably are. It seems like, because this is what people are complaining of. It's pretty basic: mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted, and it happens faster. That's the thing I notice. I'll wake up full head of steam, and now that I'm in my 40s, and I don't need much sleep, which is cool. And I do try to sneak the nap in, but some days you can't do it. But then other days I will get to sneak a nap in. Like on a lucky day, I'll sneak a nap in, and it's like 3 hours. It's not just a half hour. I'll set the alarm and say, I'll just do like a 45-minute or a 30-minute, and I'll hit that thing, and then I wake up and I'm like, holy crap! I took a nap at 3. It's 5:30. Like, so it's either that or I'm up at night, and it's definitely have periods where I can't sleep either, and I'm restless, and I'm not usually. I mean, it's hard to tell because in the beginning, a couple years ago, I really freaked out after my car accident and I just gotten so used to the stress that it's not even. It's just become normal, and it's just it's the basics. We're stressing over the same stuff. I think most people, all we want is. I mean, I don't want a job. I don't. I shouldn't say that. No one wants to work. Let's face it. Nobody wants to work fucking 40 hours a week and some asshole boss and something you don't really love. But that to me should be your biggest inspiration. Mm. The great Tommy Tedesco. If you don't know who Tommy Tedesco is, he's one of the most recorded guitarists. You've heard him, I guarantee it. He did the MASH theme, um, countless stuff. He worked with he's on Beach Boys albums. He's the most recorded guitar player of all time. He said his biggest inspiration as a guitar player, as a musician, was his job working at the China factory in Niagara Falls because he hated that job and he wasn't afraid to admit it.
I was working at Douglas Aircraft, moving warehouse boxes. Yeah, it was easy to practice 10 hours a day because that was my inspiration. The shit I hated to do. So I was married, I had a kid, and so I had to work and do all this stuff. But every day of my life is this, oh, can't wait till I don't have to do this shit. Can't wait till I didn't have to do it. But in the meantime, I made sure I practiced and practiced and practiced.
He still did it. That's how I am. I can't believe I'm in a spot where I'm begging for a job that I used to hate just to get something going, just to get something of kind of normalcy happening where I can add I'm a musician, so I could add my gigs and, it's a supplement, add eBay, add YouTube, hopefully. It's tough when no cylinders are firing and you're trying You're applying yourself every day. You're getting up, you're doing the work, and it's just nothing, more nothing. More emails of, oh, we're sorry. Thank you for applying for the job. We're going to decide to continue our quest for an Aldi's manager. Good luck to you. It's like, oh, geez, okay. And I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just being honest. I know some of you out there feel it. If you don't, and you're not in this spot, and for some reason you just like listening to me talk and can't stop staring at the mesmerizing Lance the pumpkin here. But if you're sitting there and you have a job and you hate it, like I used to hate my one, I shouldn't say hate it, but I didn't want to work there. I was always trying to find something better, or a business of my own, or something to start. But if you have one of these 9 to 5 jobs, have enough presence of mind to kind of survey the landscape here. And even a guy like me, you got to be seeing tons of guys like me and women like me. Be grateful for what you have. I know it sounds trite and like it's not. I'm try to find the gratitude in these days, because for one, all this shit we're chasing it doesn't fill any holes. I know you hear this all the time, but it's such a common thing, but we don't follow it, and we still feel that need. Oh, I need that house that's really nice. And there's nothing wrong with having things and being grateful, and everyone's got different lives. Some people have a path in life which just leads them through more money. Some of us, I think, are meant to go through some dark periods so that we learn and appreciate these things. That the struggle and the journey is what makes you you. It's what galvanizes you. It's what makes you. If I didn't have these tough times, I mean, I don't know how I'm paying my bills. I'm barely getting by, and I'm not a barely getting by kind of guy. That was cool. Never. I love when I do something. I put my whole heart into it. Even if it's a janitor job, I'm going to look nice in my uniform. I'm going to make sure everything looks just like I do. Appearance, everything. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be the cleanest area is my area. Same thing with this pumpkin here. When I started painting Lance here, I'm not thinking, that's what's funny. Like when you do things naturally, like, I don't know if that's any good or not, but you can see that I spent some time is my point. You're not going to, it's not going to seem like work. So if you're in one of these jobs, try to appreciate it. And maybe it won't feel so much like work. And if you really hate it, every day you should be digging and making. YouTube is the path for a lot of people. I mean, if you have a trade or a specialty or something like that, use it. That's your ticket out of those 9 to 5s. But for the meantime, hold on to those as long as you can, just for your safety net. But be grateful for what you got. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in this spot. But when I see this great exhaustion business, it makes me fire up the coffee. I can't get the camera set up fast enough. That's been a bit of a problem too. And picky with the lights. That's what I mean. I'm worried about the light moving. Just let it roll. Whatever you're doing out there, just literally let it rip. Because you got one. I saw this in the comment section the other day. I forgot who the quote was, but something about the regret. The regret of failure is nowhere near the regret of never trying. That's why I told myself, man, like I've recorded probably 20 videos in the last 2 weeks, and I deleted them all. I didn't like them for this reason or for that reason, but I'm not sure if you've also noticed that that's what's kind of got me too. Like I feel like time doesn't have any feel. Like you could sell me on it was a long day today. You can sell me on it was a short day today. I look back at the things I wanted to do today, and it seemed like I would get through them no problem. It's 11:30. I'm like, oh man, I still got the whole day, and I've been up since this morning. I was up since 5:30. So I thought I was doing pretty good. When I looked at the clock at 11:30 a.m., I thought it was maybe like 2 p.m. maybe. So I was so happy. And now here it is. It's 20 after 9, and I'm still recording a video that I thought about since I woke up. So I don't know what's happening. This great exhaustion. Maybe that's why I'm all over the map, because I feel like this exhaustion it's like something that we can't put our finger on, but we're calling it the great exhaustion, which I hate these cheesy ass names. I hate this stupid shit. Like the great exhaustion, the great American smoke out. Remember we always had that trying to quit smoking. What else? The Great Depression. Oh, that was a good one. So in these times, be grateful. Try to find the joy in things, or else you're just going to make yourself nuts. And you're going to find out eventually that everything you want, you have. You already got it. Every guitar I want, I've owned, or I own it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this beautiful, warm I'm in Buffalo. I'm in a nice warm studio. It's 48 degrees outside. I mean, I've never been more grateful of more basic things than I'd say the last few years. And I consider myself a pretty grateful person. Even when I was a kid and that, I was learned to, taught to say thank you and appreciate things and know where these things came from and take care of. So I definitely had that instilled in me. But as an adult, we hit our mid 20s or 30s, gonna get the house and the job and overtime. I was pushing for overtime and more gigs. I want to stockpile money and you can do all that, and then something's gonna slap you on the head and it ain't gonna matter. And all you're gonna have left is what's in here. So build the strength up and don't let this great exhaustion. Tell it to our great grandparents about great exhaustion. They would laugh at this. They would laugh at this. You know what I mean? We got all the amenities. There's no excuse. So hang in there. I'm gonna try to do these things more rapid fire and less editing. And hopefully I'll get to do one more with Lance the Pumpkin here. You've been a great co-host. I finally lost my mind. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.